about the position of PAGCOR vis-a-vis the statement of the representative.
What's the point of order?
The point of order is the statement of the lady, which is uncalled for,
Is it the manifestation? I think po it's more of a manifestation.
Yeah, it's a manifestation, and it's also in the rules, Madam Chair, that the guest should be afforded respect, and that any statement that is that would cast aspersion to our guest is uncalled for, Madam Chair.
Madam Chair.
The manifestation of Representative Mercado is well noted. Yes, Representative Ko.
As you have, Madam Chair, already noted the manifestation, I would no longer follow it up with any other manifestation.
Thank you very much, Representative Ko. We'll move to the next and final interpellator for the day. Would like to recognize Deputy Speaker Bambi Emano.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and again, from mayong buntag to mayong hapon sa tanan. For the record, Madam Chair, would like to put on record that I was able to receive the joint memorandum circular for DPWH and PAGCOR. And secondly, Madam Chair, hopefully, and a future memorandum of agreement that will be signed regarding the project implementation, that this committee be furnished, so we will have guidelines and we will know how to avail of the program, especially with the new termers in the House of Representatives, sir. And on the point of my policy question, Madam Chair, most of them were asked actually when I was outside of the room. So would like to end my interpellation and questions here, Madam Chair. I would like to thank the good chairman for coming, and of course congratulate the Committee on Appropriation Chair Mika and Senior Vice Chair Abet. Thank you, Madam Chair, ug maayong hapon sa tanan.
Chairperson, and just thank you,
Go ahead, Chairman
Congressman Emano, for noting that it will be best that we submit all the future MOAs or MOUs with whatever agency, so that you could at least be noted or be informed about it. And again, in behalf of PAGCOR, kung meron po kaming pagkukulang din doon sa details na hinihiling nyo kanina, kami po ay humihingi ng paumanhin. Actually, this is the first time in the history of PAGCOR that we are signing a memorandum of understanding with the respective agencies. At Congressman Emano, talagang hangad lang namin talaga yung makatulong. Umasa po kayo na wala kaming favoritism. It is my instruction to the department concerned that I would want these projects to be spread all over the Philippines, most especially in the areas na hindi po nakararating ang mga projects ng pamahalaan. Yun po dito ko rin natutunan ng mga nakarang hearing. Delayed lang nga po yung implementation, not because of us, but because of certain things that we had to revisit. But umasa po kayo at sa inyong lahat na sa abot po ng makakaya namin yung mga projects na aming ilulunsad susubukan namin ang lahat na makarating sa malalayong lugar, at gayon din namang wala kaming magiging favoritism. At we will try our best to equally distribute this in the different regions of our country. Pasensya na po muli doon sa pagkukulang kanina, Congressman Eman. Yun lang po.
Thank you very much. Chairman Tenko, nag-commit naman po ang ating PAGCOR family na they will provide whichever documents they can by Tuesday. Ako na po siguro yung last interpellator, kung pwede pong, may itatanong lang po sana ako before we terminate today's briefing. It pertains to the Supreme Court ruling on the essentially may arrears na kailangan na i-remit yung PAGCOR to the Philippine Sports Commission. So siguro po the Supreme Court ruling was issued on August 2024, and the ruling states that PAGCOR would have to remit the arrears since 1993, from 1993 up to present day. So ngayon po nakita natin sa income statement and sa statement of remittances na mayroon naman pong roughly 2.4 billion pesos na riniremit yung 5% goes to PSC. However, given that the arrears date back to 1993, so we're looking at 30, how many years is that? That's roughly my age, 1990. 32 years. We're looking at 32 years in arrears. May we inquire from PAGCOR if you may please enlighten us as to the potential impact of these arrears, the required remittances of these arrears on the contribution of PAGCOR, not just this year, not just for 2025, but in the succeeding years. Kasi medyo kinocompute po namin kanina. Again, this is a very high-level estimate. It could range somewhere between 15 to 25 billion if we, again, very, very high level, just extrapolating from the available data. So, if we may ask PAGCOR, kasi magkaka-impact po, di po ba? Kasi since the dividends law says that PAGCOR would need to remit 50% of the net income as dividends, of the net income to the national government, given na maapektuhan po yung net income dahil i-deduct po doon yung remittances as arrears. May we know what we're projecting as the revenue impact of this Supreme Court ruling? Thank you very much, Bob.
Madam Chairperson, yes, we received the decision of the Supreme Court, to be exact, sometime in the last quarter of 2024. We have to exhaust all our legal options, so the decision is not final. We had filed, with the help of the Office of the Solicitor General, a motion for reconsideration regarding the matter. Again, yes, to whether it, just in case it becomes final and executory, we would have to really look for the funds. And another yes, because it will definitely impact. It will have a very big impact on the revenues of PAGCOR, not only today, but in the future. As I mentioned earlier, the claim of the Philippine Sports Commission is debatable. Primarily because we made sure that we followed an order from then President Fidel Ramos. And since the law was passed requiring or asking PAGCOR to donate 5% of its gross revenues to Philippine Sports Commission, definitely since then, wala po kaming pinalagpas. Amin pong naipagkaloob yan. Ang question na lang po doon how would you interpret the computation? Ayon po sa batas, 5% ng aming gross revenue ay kailangan i-remit namin na tulong bilang tulong sa Philippine Sports Commission. Hindi po nakadefine doon kung paano yung 5%. Sa amin pong nakuha noong panahon na yon, wala pa po ako sa PAGCOR in the early 90s, ay meron pong instruction ang dati at yumao ng Pangulo ng Pilipinas, President Fidel Ramos. Binalikan ko po lahat ito. At doon po yung nakalagay, ang computation ay dapat 5% nga, pero matapos mong i-deduct yung franchise tax. So, at government share po. So, doon po nagbase yung PAGCOR. Inuulit ko po, gusto ko lang liwanagin, hindi po kami nagkukulang sa remittance. Yung pong sa amin, interpretation po. Ngayon, lumabas po yung interpretation, ang desisyon, at sinabing hindi. Dapat ay 5% from the top. Doon po nagkakaroon ng problema sa pangkasalukuyan. Pero, tulad po ng anumang kaso, ay meron po naman karapatan din kami mag-file pa ng motion for reconsideration. Yan po ay ginawa namin. Yan po ay pangkasalukuyang na-lodge na sa Supreme Court, yung MR. Sa akin po, antay na lang muna natin ano yung magiging pinal na desisyon bago pag-usapan. Pero, ang maliwanag lang po rito, Madam Chairperson, hindi po kami sa hindi nagre-remit. Ang question lang po dito is the interpretation kung paano kukumputin yung nasabing 5%. Now, tinatanong nyo to, sabi nyo nga para malaman kung ano magiging impact, ay malaking impact po ito. Dahil ang halaga pong tinutukoy rito nasa sa 33 bilyong piso. More or less. Nandun po yun. As of December lang yun, 2024. So, sa akin po, I will face the music when the decision is final and it is already executory. But in the meantime, I will continue to remit to the PSC, or PAGCOR will continue to remit to the PSC what and how PAGCOR interpreted the law based on a further instruction of then President Fidel Valdez Ramos. So, sabi ko nga naintindihan ko kung saan kayo nagmumula at nakita niyong malaking impact ito. Ito nga ang sinasabi ko. Lalo't higit pa, pag na-ban ng total ang online gaming, wala na po magiging kapasidad ang PAGCOR na bayaran ang nasabing pagkakautang na ito. Maliwanag po yun. Kaya, yun po ang kasagutan ko, Madam Chairperson, sa inyong katanungan na nai-anunsyo naman nakahuli-hulihan na sa maghapong ito. So, yan po ang kasagutan ko. At I will just face the music when the Supreme Court decision becomes final and executory. Who knows? It will not be under my term. I cannot say. But definitely, harapin na lang po sana natin ito pag final na at dapat nang i-execute yung decision ng Supreme. Definitely, gagalangin natin ano man ang magiging decision na final ng kataas-taasang hukuman ng Pilipinas.
Thank you very much po, Chairman Tenko, for enlightening us on that. Actually, it's the first time I'm hearing na meron po palang motion for reconsideration na final yung PAGCOR patungkol po dito sa Supreme Court decision. Tinitignan ko lang po kasi if it's, so na-lowball ko pa pala yung estimate ko kanina ng 15 to 25 billion. So we're looking at 33 billion pala.
Yun po as of December 31, 2024. Tumakbo na po yung 7 buwan. So, lumaki pa po yun.
Opo, kasi kung titignan po natin, kung ikukumpara natin doon sa income ng 2024 and estimated for 2025, yung net income po is 16.768 billion ang net income ng PAGCOR. Ang estimated net income for 2025 would be around 14.9 billion. So, ang more or less 2 full years na yung buong net income ng PAGCOR ay mapupunta lang dito sa pagbayad ng arrears. So thank you very much, Chairman Tenko. It's very important for us to understand that, given that it would greatly impact the revenue projections for the next years. As it's very important for us to know, kasi as we know, the BSF feeds into the NEP at malaking dependency po natin dito sa remittances ng PAGCOR pagdating po sa expenditure planning natin for the coming years.
Chairperson Swansing, ang nakikita ko kung sakali mang manaog final na ang desisyon ng Supreme Court sa mga susunod na buwan o taon, ang isa po sigurong pwedeng pag-usapan namin ng Philippine Sports Commission ay magkaroon po ng compromise na lang as to magkaroon ng payment terms just to ease. So, sabi ko nga po I will face the music when the Supreme Court makes its final decision. But in the meantime, I had informed the Philippine Sports Commission that we had filed a motion for reconsideration regarding the decision that we received, primarily because it will impact on the financial condition of PAGCOR, not only today, but for the years to come. Maraming salamat po muli sa pagkakataong makapagpaliwanag sa inyo.
Thank you very much, Chairman Tenko. We note that because we have this letter that was written by PAGCOR sent to Secretary Amena Pangandaman, which highlights that the COB that was sent by PAGCOR to the DBM does not consider as of yet the potential impact of the Supreme Court ruling. So at least po meron tayong ideya kung magkano po yung tinitignan natin na potential remittances in the form of arrears in the coming years, depending again on the decision post the hearing of the MR filed by PAGCOR. Okay, that's really my question. That's the last question po. Apart from, reiterate ko lang po yung request ko. Very important for us on the part of the Committee on Appropriations, yung time series data po na hinihingi ko pertaining to the income streams, broken down by the different sources of income, as well as the time series data on the remittances, the national government remittances of PAGCOR, broken down as well by the different categories,
the different sources,
by the different sources as well, for 5 years po, year 2020 up to year 2024 and the first 7 months of 2025.
As we had committed earlier, Chairperson Swansing, you will have it on your table on Tuesday next week, Monday being a holiday.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Chairman Tenko. We would like to acknowledge the presence of our Majority Leader, Representative Sandro Marcos, and I would like to yield the floor to our Majority Leader for a manifestation.
Yes, Madam Chair, good afternoon. Good afternoon to the committee. Just a short manifestation on my end, Madam Chair, to say thank you to our kind chairman who we have been watching from my office since he came in this morning, and the members and all of those who attended the hearing are very thankful for the details that he has provided and the very specific answers he has given. It has given much light as to given the current issues. It has given much light and clarity as to the importance of the role that PAGCOR plays. And of course, that is thanks to the leadership of Chairman Al Tenco. So on behalf of the House, Chairman, we thank you for coming here. Medyo nahihiya na nga kami dahil hindi ka pa kumain. So sana pwede kami bumawi mamaya. But in any case, on behalf of the House, we thank you for providing us with such detailed answers and with as much information as you imparted with us or on us today. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, our Majority Leader, Ferdinand Alexander Marcos. Chairman Tenko?
No, I would like to thank the Majority Floor Leader for gracing even the last portion of this hearing. And definitely, it is our responsibility to to make known what we have been doing, where our earnings go to, and I'm sure as everybody realizes the important role that PAGCOR will play or had played, is playing, and will continue to play, maybe we could all really help one another in this very hot issue of online gaming. I had said our stand remains to be tighter regulation, and hopefully we are able to reach out to all of you so that you can help us also. And our commitment is PAGCOR will definitely be working doubly harder so that we could continuously help contribute to the coffers of the National Treasury. Maraming salamat po muli in behalf of the PAGCOR team who is present and those who are not present also who are members of the PAGCOR family. Salamat po sa pagkakataong pinagkaloob niyo sa amin. Tunay na hindi ko naman akalaing aabot ito ng 7 oras. Pero nandito po kami at laging handang sumagot sa anumang katanungan ang gusto ninyong malaman just to be able to enlighten everybody on this issue of online game. Maraming salamat po at magandang gabi na po sa inyong lahat.
Madam
Thank you,
Chair,
ma'am.
Yes, SVC Albert Garcia.
may I move that we terminate the budget briefing of the PAGCOR? I so move, Madam Chair.
Second.
Thank you very much. On the part of the committee, we would like to thank Chairman Alejandro H. Tenco and the entire PAGCOR family for the 7.5 hours of very strong deliberations. We are incredibly grateful for the inputs and all the responses that you have given our colleagues in the House, and we look forward to working with you as discussed. There are a lot of potential points for collaboration in terms of developing legislation to strengthen the regulation in the different areas. So we look forward to collaborating with you on those in the years to come. And hindi ko na pahahabain. I'm not gonna drag this any longer. We've been here for 7.5 hours, and again, we would like to thank the PAGCOR family for your time and your invaluable inputs. It has been moved and seconded. The motion is carried. The budget briefing of the
Madam
Philippine Amusement the budget briefing of the Philippine Amusement and Gaming Corporation is hereby terminated.
Madam Chair,
Yes, SVC Garcia.
may I move that we suspend briefing and resume on Tuesday, August 26, 2025 at 9 a.m. I so move, Madam Chair.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded. The motion is carried. The briefing is hereby suspended and will resume on Tuesday, August 26, 2025 at 9 a.m.